Right now at noon, Congresswoman Liz Chaney is ousted from her leadership role by her GOP colleagues, her warning to the Republican Party. And Destination Madison is announcing its plans to get Madison's economy back on track.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday afternoon. A milder start to this day. Let's head to the Weather Center. Austin has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. The sun's nice.
The sun is just beautiful outside right now, and even better than that, we are at 61 degrees. Now, I was with you in the morning show this morning, and temperatures fell into the 30s and for some, the 20s. But a few factors: a lot of sunshine and extremely low relative humidity. Dry air heats up and cools down quite a bit faster than whenever you have higher humidity values, and we are just seeing dry as can be conditions outside right now, so that has immediately cranked up these temperatures. Almost all of us are already in those lower 60s. Monroe is stuck at around 59, and so is Juneau, but still under the sunshine. It feels amazing outdoors. Wind speeds extremely calm for a lot of communities as well, just around 5 miles per hour around Lone Rock, Boscobel, and Platteville, and just nothing on the Doppler track radar. We are staying dry here for today with partly sunny skies eventually making its way through. Temperatures will balance out in the mid-60s. Afterwards, we cool right back down, even into the upper 30s for some. But that's right, we're only cooling down to the upper 30s. That frost risk really was only for this morning. Afterwards, we're now starting to warm things right back up.
I like the 60s. I'll take it.
Me too.
All right, Austin, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. The Grand County Sheriff's Office is asking the public for help finding a missing person. Harmony Clower was last seen near Bloomington, Wisconsin around 10:30 last night. Authorities did not share her age. Anyone with information about Clower's location asked to contact the Sheriff's Office. That number is on your screen. An 18-year-old man is dead following a crash in Greene County. Deputies say it happened around 1 o'clock this morning along Middle Judah Road, just west of Richmond Road near Jefferson Township. Investigators say Hunter Harrison of Judah was driving when his vehicle left the road, hit a tree, and caused the vehicle to catch fire. Harrison was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies said speed was likely a factor. An update to the story we brought you yesterday, as Madison police say detectives are still working to find the person responsible for making threats against Madison West High School. In a Snapchat message, the individual wrote, quote, "My revenge has come. West High School, I despise your students and culture, and on May 17th, I will seek revenge. You can cancel school or add security that date, but that won't stop me. I'll simply do it on another day." Unannounced school Another day unannounced, it is. A school district spokesperson says that the district has since been working with Madison police and Snapchat representatives to resolve the issue. Officials say that Madison West will still have school on May 17th, as the district had already planned to hold a virtual learning day. Madison police say they have no update to provide us. Right now, a CDC advisory committee is meeting to decide whether to recommend Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine to children ages 12 to 15. It comes after the FDA gave its approval on Monday. Pfizer says the vaccine is 100% effective in that age group. If the vaccine gets the go-ahead from the CDC committee, close to 17 million children, including nearly 300,000 children in Wisconsin, could start getting their shots as early as tomorrow. All of us at News 3 Now hope to make it as easy as possible for you to get a COVID-19 vaccine. That's why tomorrow we're hosting a vaccine clinic. There'll be 2 locations at News 3 Now right here on Raymond Road and Looney Park on Libby Road. That's just south of the Beltline. Both of the clinics will be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anyone who still has questions about the vaccine, well, we have experts on the phones tomorrow to answer all of your questions. You can find the details on channel3000.com/vaccine-day. In Jefferson County, they're holding a walk-in clinic for 12 to 15-year-olds. It'll be happening on May 20th at the Johnson Creek Outlet Mall from 4:30 to 6:45. Vaccination appointments are not required, and it will be free, but children will have to have parental consent before they get the shot. Over 2.2 million Wisconsinites have been fully vaccinated. That's 38% of the state's population. And nearly 2.6 million residents have had at least one shot. In Dane County, nearly 51% of residents have completed their vaccine series. New at noon, a Minnesota judge has found aggravating factors in the death of George Floyd, which means former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin could face a longer sentence. Chauvin was convicted last month on murder and manslaughter counts. He's scheduled to be sentenced on June 25th. Under Minnesota sentencing guidelines, he would have faced a presumptive sentence of 12.5 years for second-degree murder, but prosecutors asked for what is known as an upward departure. They argue that Chauvin abused his authority. As expected, House Republicans have removed Congresswoman Liz Chaney from her leadership position. Chaney has been a harsh critic of President Trump, and many believe her opposition to the former president cost her today. Natalie Brandt has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Behind closed doors, House Republicans used a voice vote to remove Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Chaney from her leadership post.
Do you feel betrayed by today's vote?
I do not. I think that it is an indication of where the Republican Party is, and I think that the party is in a place that we've got to bring it back from, and we've got to get back to a position where we are a party that can fight for conservative principles.
Ahead of the vote, Chaney took to the House floor Tuesday night to warn that former President Trump is threatening democracy with election fraud lies.
Remaining silent and ignoring the lie emboldens the liar. I will not participate in that.
Chaney had survived a previous attempt to oust her from her role as conference chair back in February after she voted to impeach former President Trump on a charge of inciting the January 6th Capitol attack.
I will do everything I can to ensure that the former president never again gets anywhere near the Oval Office. We have seen the danger that he continues to provoke with his language.
House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy had defended Chaney back then, but has since thrown his support behind New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, an ally of former President Trump.
Do you support Elise Stefanik for that job?
Yes, I do.
Wednesday's vote makes clear former President Trump maintains a firm grip on GOP party politics, but also reveals a split.
Liz has committed the only sin of being consistent and telling the truth.
The vote to replace Chaney could come as early as Friday. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Gas prices are spiking and more stations are running dry as we enter day 6 of a pipeline shutdown due to a hack attack. Gas Buddy says about 1,800 stations in multiple states are out of fuel, and experts say these shortages are primarily because of panic buying and people hoarding gasoline. That has sent the average price for a gallon of regular to $3. That's according to AAA. Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia have declared states of emergency, while American Airlines says it's adding stops to some long-haul flights so planes can refuel. Israelis and Palestinians are seeing the deadliest flare-up of violence in 7 years. More than 50 people are dead, including children, and there's fear hostilities could spiral into another full-blown conflict. Israel says it's targeting Hamas and Islamic Jihad leaders, but civilian buildings were destroyed as well. Egyptian authorities and the United Nations officials are working to negotiate a ceasefire. In more local news, visitor spending in Dane County dropped nearly 43% last year. Now, Madison officials are making plans for the city's economy to return to normal. Destination Madison released its plan on bringing more money to the city starting now. Due to the pandemic, 97 events were canceled last year, and the city lost $57 million from those canceled events. The 6-step recovery plan includes implementing a marketing program to inspire travel to Madison, along with pursuing aggressive sales and sports plans within the city.
The U.S. Travel Association has forecasted that we won't return to 2019 economic impact numbers until 2024. None of us can wait. We cannot afford to wait till 2024 to get that back. We want to be aggressive and get that economic back sooner rather than later.
The good news is 86% of Americans plan to travel in the next 6 months, so Madison officials are optimistic that they can get the local economy back on track. In 2020, downtown Madison was one of the worst places hit in the states as spending fell from more than $300 million in 2019 to just over $100 million. That's a drop of more than 62%, which is more than double the state average. 4 months from today, the Packers will kick off the regular season. The green and gold will head to New Orleans to face the Saints in the first game of the season. That game will be at 3:25 on Fox. It'll be the first time since the 2005 season that the Saints will be without quarterback Drew Brees. The two teams met up last season where the green and gold won 37-30. Green Bay's full schedule will be released tonight on Packers.com and on the NFL Network. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Cost of living in the U.S. makes its biggest jump in years, and a bogus bonus? One company's fishy way to stress cybersecurity skills. I'm Elise Preston at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
The Memorial Day appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge during the biggest sale of the season, including in-stock doorbusters up to 40% off, plus no interest financing for 18 months. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase. Call now to set up a free estimate.
Memorial Day sale. Take 35% off store-wide and save big on the styles you want. A queen mattress, just $349. Or this dual reclining sofa, $699. This queen bed, now $749. This 5-piece dining set, just $999. Or get the patio ready for summer with this 3-piece set, only $999. Plus, with Steinhoffel's special financing, you save even more. Only at Steinhoffel's and Steinhoffels.com.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
The biggest sale of the season starts now. It's the Memorial Day sale at Ashley Home Store. Shop in-stock doorbusters up to 60% off while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our furniture sale prices. And no interest financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
A key measure of U.S. inflation rose last month at the fastest rate in more than a decade. According to the Labor Department, the Consumer Price Index jumped 4.2% in April compared to the same time last year. Keep in mind that consumer prices hit pandemic lows in April of 2020 amid an economic shutdown. Airlines in the U.S. and U.K. are asking their respective governments to ease travel restrictions on air travel across the pond. The CEOs of several major airlines, including United, American, Delta, and British Airways, are asking for further discussions on the matter. The airlines cite a rise in vaccinations and economic benefits as incentives to restart air travel. The Biden administration is partnering with Uber and Lyft to give free rides to anyone who wants to get a COVID shot. The ride-sharing program will launch within the next 2 weeks. The president is trying to reach populations that might not have easy access to the vaccine. And getting an email from your company promising you a bonus sounds great, right? Well, the bonus was bogus for hundreds of employees at one British train company. It was part of a cybersecurity test. The company said it wanted the email to appear real to test whether employees would give up personal information. The train operator says fraud costs the industry billions each year. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Elise Preston.
Thank you, Elise. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 464 points. The NASDAQ down 300. The S&P 500 down 67. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a milder start to this Wednesday. So will the warmer temperatures stay in the forecast? Austin has a look at your certified most accurate forecast next at noon.
Tonight on CBS, Tiffany Haddish hosts the new season of Kids Say the Darndest Things, followed by SEAL Team and SWAT. Then get a complete wrap-up of today's news on News 3 Now at 10.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
What about the window, siding, and doors?
Good things come in threes, like 33% off windows, siding, and doors. Plus, no interest until 2022.
33% off windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Real estate is booming in Madison, and it's all about the seller.
This is a classic imbalance of supply and demand.
So how can buyers get an upper hand? Mark Kane gets inside tips from local experts to help buyers on the hunt. Tonight at 10.
Thursday on News 3 Now this morning, we're previewing News 3 Now's Vaccine Clinic.
And the Wisconsin Film Festival starts Thursday with all programs online this year. We'll tell you how you can check out the films. Join us at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. I hope your numbers are better than Wall Street today.
Actually, it's kind of interesting. I was telling our producers, I really have to pay attention today. The World Ag Supply Demand Report was released about an hour ago, and it deviated from what traders had expected. For the corn, USDA says that the U.S. old crop, meaning the corn that we've got on hand, is at 1.25 billion bushel. The trade had expected it about 1.20, but it's a far cry from where we were a year ago as far as numbers are concerned. Soybeans, ending stocks, meaning the soybeans we've got to sell, about 120 million bushel. That's a little higher than what the trade had expected. Now, this is also the first time that we're getting a look at what the federal government believes will be planted and harvested this year. Corn, they've got that at about 1.5 billion bushel by the time we harvest what is in the ground now. That's a little ahead of estimates. Soybeans, about 140 million bushel. That's a little ahead of estimates. So initially, there hasn't been much reaction by traders in Chicago. Soybeans are still trending higher. The Corton market had been a little lower immediately following the report, but now that's kind of come back to more of a neutral position, still trading a little bit red. But again, weather will decide a lot of things for us as far as this World Ag Supply Demand report. They said that Argentina and Brazil are just not going to be performing as had previously been expected because of weather problems down there. Dairy markets today in Chicago are the hot commodity. Boy, fluid milk contracts are going bananas. I think now our June and July contracts are up better than 70 cents when I just glanced at the screen. Barrel cheese up 6.5 today at 175.5. 40-pound block cheese up 4 1/4 at 181 1/4. Double A butter up 3 3/4 cents at $1.85 a pound. And I just want to chime in. I'm going to come over and be a part of the News 3 vaccination stations tomorrow, working with Josh Spreiter and trying to make sure that I encourage any of our rural residents, any of our farmers, if you can take a little bit of a break, love to see you get lined up for the vaccination tomorrow.
Yeah, here at the station and then Linley Park off the Beltline. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Pam.
Sounds good.
All right, here's Austin now with the forecast.
Oh, I love to hear that, and I love to see what we're actually seeing outdoors right now. Lots of blue skies, just some cloud cover here and there, but overall it was a gorgeous start to the morning, and it's going to be an even better finish. We saw a beautiful sunrise, but the temperatures were just so chilly early this morning. We even did end up seeing quite a bit of some patchy frost. Now, we are going to stay dry for the rest of the work week. We are bringing back some thunder chances, especially on Sunday and Monday, and mild conditions not too far away. The 70s look to return by Monday. We still have a few more days to go before we are going to see those 70s returning. But take a look at some of these low temperatures that we got to this morning, even down into the mid to upper 20s in Camp Douglas and Wautoma. 36 is where we dropped to in Madison. Not too bad in Madison, Monroe, and Mineral Point, but a lot of surrounding communities did end up falling below that freezing mark, at least for a time. That's why we did see those frost advisories in effect. They have since been expired, and with temperatures like this, it's pretty much impossible to actually see any more frost developing right now. 61 in Madison, 63 degrees in Boscobel. Temperatures really warming up. Temperatures feeling pretty good outside. Now, speaking of temps, though, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does show those warmer than average temperatures actually sticking around here, especially towards the end of our forecast. That's when we're going to see those 70s, even some mid to upper 70s in our extended forecast. I'll show you that in just a moment. But our wind speeds really just aren't an issue here for today. Calm in Madison, calm in Watertown, just about 5 miles per hour for a lot of other communities. So this really isn't doing too much for us, but what that does is it makes for a great day outside. Low winds, lots of sunshine, dry air overall, and we are just not seeing anything on our Doppler track. We are going to stay dry here yet again for today. And again, taking another peek out west, continuing to stay dry. So that's usually what tracks in our direction. And with just nothing happening out west, we're going to stay dry here over these next few days. 6 to 10 day precip outlook does show towards the end of the forecast. However, we do have a chance to see a little bit more precipitation than average, but we're going to be pretty close to average. And I do think we really only have a good 20–30% chance to see some of these showers actually moving through. We could bump up some of these percentages, and I wouldn't complain because we are still so extremely dry. With relative humidity percentages around 20% today, that just really does continue to dry things out for us. But later on here for tonight, we are going to see those temperatures falling back down into the upper 30s, but we're not going to talk too much about frost here this time around because we are going to continue to warm things up. Middle 60s do return for tomorrow. Those next rain chances will hold off until this next work week. It does look like here's another look at one of our latest models, bringing some of those showers and a possibility of some storms throughout this next week, but most of next week will also stay dry. For your evening planner, we're still going to see those partly sunny skies and middle 60s. And then your 7 to 10 day forecast, it really is a nice one overall, but we are just in desperate need of those showers and storms. We only really have a few chances as of right now. So we've been dry, but we're going to warm things right back up, and hopefully that actually does bring a few more added chances for some showers and storms in the long term.
All right, looking good though overall.
Yeah, I'll take it. I love the 60s and 70s with sunshine. I won't complain about that.
I do too. All right, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Move over, boring salads, because we've got a new one that's a stack above the rest. Not only does it look amazing, the taste is freshness at its best.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
More Americans are growing their own vegetables than ever before. At Garden Mats, we're here to help people supplement their food supply with fresh, organic vegetables. Whether you are a beginner, novice, or master gardener, Garden Mats make gardening a breeze. Spend your summers trying to keep up with each other, not your weeds. Go to gardenmats.com and plan your garden today.
This is Connie, Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Menards is your plumbing headquarters. We carry everything you need for your bathroom from top brands including Magic Woods Elements. Check out our great selection of over 50 vanities to choose from. Magic Woods offers a combination of quality construction and styles ranging from traditional to contemporary that are sure to match your lifestyle. Best of all, Magic Woods Elements vanities are all 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
With all the long weekends, potluck dinners, and family get-togethers coming up, we've been on the lookout for a couple of new standout dishes to make. Today, we're sharing one that's perfect next to a burger or as a star all by itself. In fact, we haven't met anyone who doesn't love this colorful stack creation. Before we start building our salad, we'll make a dressing that'll bring it all together. It's simply a mixture of mayo and sour cream, along with some garlic powder and a bit of salt and pepper. Then in a big glass bowl, we'll layer chopped lettuce, cut up red bell peppers, finely chopped red onion, some corn, and that can be fresh or frozen that we've thawed, a bit of celery for crunch, shredded cheddar, and some of our dressing. We'll repeat this one more time before finishing it off with some smoky crumbled bacon. After it chills for a bit, it's ready to serve. And although this is fancy enough for company, it's easy enough to make for a cool and refreshing weeknight dinner. You could even mix in some cooked chicken or a few shrimp to hearty it up. The recipe for our chilled stack salad is online now, so you can serve this as soon as tonight. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a stackable way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, guys, thank you. Here's Austin. One final check of your forecast.
And, you know, we really just have seen some gorgeous days, but today, this is a real winner on this Wednesday. A high of 64 degrees, partly sunny skies for much of the rest of today. Very minimal winds as well. There's really just no issues to actually talk about here for today. We've gotten past the issues that we've seen, and that was the frost potential this morning. And then another final peek here at your 10-day forecast. Still a few chances of rain, but I'd like to see a little bit more. We are still drier than average.
Austin, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.